Okay, let's walk through the Ghostdog UI and user experience. What we find is any web browser, whether it be Chrome or Edge, there's an extension library that allows the user to then select in the upper right their extension. And once they do that, that then opens up and takes over the browser, giving you a search bar right from the page. And you also have the home screen that will kick out on the side panel. So let's start with our first meta extension that we call Query Spectre. And Query Spectre gives us the capability to understand what is trending across the globe type of searches. And so here, I'll make it a little bit bigger, easily a full screen capability. And what you're seeing on Query Spectre is all of the search terms that are really becoming trending. You also see what are individual searches, the users, and from which organizations are they trending. So we definitely see that Russian movements in Belarus, there's something going on to such degree that it's gotten a lot more activity. Query Spectre also gives you the capability to understand which teams are searching and what are their top search terms. So you can kind of see a trend over the individuals. So what I'm also going to do is give you the benefit of having two meta extensions open at once, where I can keep the full screen for Query Spectre to give us that trend, but I also want to open up Ghost Chats to see, did I have any chats come in? I have no notifications right now. I'll show you one later though. But let's get back to the Query Spectre. And because there's so much interest in the Russian movements in Belarus, we can actually click on that search term, and then it's going to hone down and drill down just to show us just that search term, where I can then again understand the users, but also notice our bottom changed from broad team views to the most active user views and their last search term, which doesn't have to match exactly. And that's the power of Ghostdog, because it allows you to get close and in the same neighborhood of analysis to understand, okay, there are others like me that are searching. And so what's interesting is Ghostdog gives you that connection so you can now work together with, say, Anthony Tomlin to understand, hey, let's solve this problem. Let's work together. So let's go in, and you now have the benefit of selecting Anthony Tomlin. This is a typical profile page, and on the profile page, you have their searches, you have what they care about, and what we call that is ghost words. So the Ghostdog experience provides a user the ability to annotate and deliver what they care about in terms of keyword searches. And so that any time other users or information that is being queried enters the Ghost graph, that then will provide an illusion to the user that their ghost word has been either created, searched for, and now all of a sudden you're starting to create this collaborative environment. And so let me show you what that's like. And so I am the user, Carrie Polson, and I want to help Anthony Tomlin. And I'm noticing Anthony Tomlin is searching for those variables in a lot of different terms, but he's definitely care about Russian movements in Belarus, specifically the Iskander SSM. I've got town in Ukraine, Mazur. I've got the AS-15 Kent. And also notice you don't have to be so specific. While that's his ghost word is AS-15 Kent, if any time he searches Kent, Ghostdog matches and understands that he's talking about the AS-15 Kent, for example. So putting my Carrie Polson hat on, I want to help Anthony Tomlin. And so I have information in my Ghost Drive that I want to provide him. And so now I can speed his analysis. So I'll go back to our side panel. I have the list of meta extensions available, and I have Ghost Drive. So I'll select my Ghost Drive, and there I find that 9K720, the same thing Anthony Tomlin was searching for. So how convenient would it be to provide Anthony Tomlin the material or a briefing that I just prepared, thereby saving him time from having to duplicate as it's done today. So really simple, can drag it to the profile page for Anthony Tomlin. I then shared it with him. And let me show you what that looks like for Anthony Tomlin. So I'm now going to switch, and now I'm the user Anthony Tomlin. Again, we're back at our home page, and so let's open up that side panel, and you'll notice with my Anthony Tomlin hat on, I've received a ghost chat. I have a message from Carrie Paulson. And so now I can say, okay, how convenient is that? That because I was searching for Russian movements and I listed the 9K720 Iskander as one of my search terms, and it's one of my ghost words. Well, because Carrie Paulson had it as one of her ghost words, now she shared this file with me, and now I can add it to my ghost drive. Very simply by selecting the file and add it there. But before I go there and show you what that looks like, let's let her know that we received the file and how helpful she was, so that we can end the era of needing to request information, but instead those that have the information can supply it to those of us with the demand. So while I've sent her the message, now let me show you what that looks like. If we go back to Ghost Drive, I have either a list view that shows all of those files, and right at the top is our brand new file. But let me make this bigger to give you the other view. Should you make Ghost Drive in full view, you'll see the latest file that was just added is easily highlighted so that we can get to work.